This is a pattern of provoking the Russians and then trying to make them look bad. Same thing in Ukraine. What is this whole war about? You have NATO encircling Russia decade after decade after decade. And then in Donbass, in eastern Ukraine, they're killing ethnic Russians, basically turning them into pariahs. And you remember that famous speech where Ukrainian politician was saying, we will have schools and they will have no schools, and their children have to hide in bomb shelters. I mean, Jesus Christ. These are your countrymen, supposedly. How the hell do you speak like that about them? It's just like sadistic, So you have this provocation in eastern Ukraine where you have a lot of ethnic Russians. They're not a majority in eastern Ukraine, but they are a large minority. And in Crimea, they are definitely a majority. And so you have the Ukrainian state, with the help of NATO, turning Eastern Ukrainians or ethnic Russians into pariahs, bullying them, shelling them, killing them. And then, of course, the NATO encirclement, which I mentioned. And then when Russia goes in on February 24th, 2022, they say, oh my God, look at what these goddamn Russians have done. Look at how evil they are. They just have nothing better to do than to go into Ukraine and murder, their neighbors and cousins. Just like that, for no reason, It's the same thing, look at Sudan. You have the Russians who are doing well there for themselves, they're big into the mining industry, gold. They're cool with Hemeti, right? Dagalo. They're cool with Burhan. No. Can't have that. Russians get permission from both of them to build a port in the Red Sea. Can't have that. Have to go into Sudan and stir trouble and turn it upside down. So there's no government being formed again, for another couple of years. And then the Russians can't build their base. And, they get screwed out of a little business and so on. You see the pattern that's going on here? It's very dishonest. It's extremely dishonest. You can't turn to these people for truth because they leave out key, factors, pillars of information, just left out.